Today's story is on the value of right conduct. Right conduct means doing the right action. Now you know that in our human values, in our Good Values Club, there are 5 human values, which are truth, love, peace, right action, and non-violence. So truth is speaking the truth. Love is a feeling from the heart. Peace is a peace of mind. Right conduct means doing the right things. And non-violence is not hurting people or anybody by thought, word, or deed. So today's lesson can also be called non-violence because it's something to do with not wasting. So the related topic is not wasting. Not wasting food, not wasting time, not wasting energy, and not wasting anything, nothing. So this is a story about a wise man. Now this wise man was a rich person. But not only was he wise, but he had lots of values. And he thought to himself, what use are these values if I can't give them to others? By the way, this story has been adapted from Sunray books by Mr. and Mrs. Tandon. Story number 30, and I'm very thankful to them for allowing me to use their stories. So this wise man had opened up a little school. A school, a boarding school where people were staying with him. His students were staying with him. And all the time, this wise man was thinking, I want my students to learn a lesson. I want my students to be good students, of good character, of good values. He thought, what use are these values if I keep them to me? I need to give and share my values with everybody. So, one day it so happened, he was sitting and one of his students came to him and said, Sir, my robes are getting torn now. Look, there's a patch here and a patch here. Please, sir, I would like to have a new robe. It's worn out. It's not very decent enough. The wise man looked at the student's robe. Yeah, I can see that it's torn. He said, don't worry. I'll tell the storeman to order some for you. And after a few days, he got a new robe. The wise man started thinking about the incident. He said, he needed a robe. I gave him one, but I didn't give him any lesson. I gave him a new robe. There must be some lesson which I can teach regarding this. So, he went to meet the student. Hello? How are you? Got your new robe? Yes, sir. Thank you very much. It's a lovely robe. And what? By the way, that was the robe. Look at this robe and then you will understand what I'm trying to say. That's the robe which he got a new one, a similar one. So he asked him, you got a new robe. What did you do with the old one? He said, this is my bed, and you can see this robe was this bedspread. The sheet on the bed was getting old, so I used that robe to make it into a bed sheet. Ah, that's very nice, he said. So, that robe, he put it on his bed. He's got a new bed sheet. Can you see that? That was the old bed cover. And that's the new bed sheet. Ha ha ha. That's very nice, said the wise man. But what did you do with the bed sheet which was there? His student said, you know, these curtains of mine, they were also getting a bit torn. So what I did was, with that bed sheet, I made new curtains. So can you see that? From that bed sheet, he used it to make the curtains. That's nice, isn't it? The wise man said, that's really good. He had the rope. He used the rope to make the bed sheet. He took the bed sheet. He made it into a curtain. So he said, what did you do with the curtain then? He said, you know, with the curtain, he said, you know, when I'm cooking, these handles get very, very hot. So he said, I always pick with 2 pieces of cloth. I pick these because otherwise, ow, my hand is going to burn otherwise, he said. So I cut the curtain into 4 pieces and I've started using them to hold pots and pans. The wise man was feeling very, very happy because he was seeing that his student was not wasting anything. He said, what did you do with those old clothes which you used to pick the pan with before? He said, well, those clothes like that, they were looking like this. I cut them into 4 pieces like this and I started mopping the floor. You know, mopping the floor means cleaning the floor because my mop was getting tattered. Now, you want to know what a mop is? Yeah. This is the lady. She's using a mop. That's called a mop. It's got a big stick and then they dip this in the water and they clean the kitchen and other playthings. So he said this mop was getting tattered, so I threw away the mop and I started using those pieces of cloth to clean the floor. very impressed. The wise man was very impressed. He's not wasting anything, he's using everything. So he said, "Then what did you do with the mop?" "What did you do with the mop then?" he said. So he thought, I don't think he could have done anything. So he said, "Well, you know what I did? Is that, can you see these? These things of the mop? They look something like this. Something like this." So he said, I took them off one by one and I started using them as a wick. That's a wick. That's a wick. That's a wick. Where is it? Here. You can see. So that's the oil lamp. This is in olden days. And you hold it with this. And that's a wick. And if you light it here, so all the things from the mop, he cut them into pieces and he said, I use them as a wick. And one of them, he said, is in your room. Wow, the old wise man thought. He said, and he said to him, he said, wow. He said, that is wonderful. He was very happy that he realized that his student realized that nothing is useless. He said, we can find use for everything if only we want to. And nothing should be wasted. Nothing. Not even time. So this way, the wise man was very, very happy with his student, and he was happy that the students learned a lesson. I like this story very much because I feel this world, people are wasting a lot of things. And because we are not looking after the nature, that's why you see lots of floods, lots of fires, lots of damage to the whole environment. Now, we can't expect everybody is not doing their bit, but we can do our bit. We can do our bit. So, what shall we do? And the answer to that is recycle. So I'm going to show you the poster for today. I've got something interesting for you today. So the poster for today is Save the World. It says save the world, reduce, reuse and recycle. Here's recycling water, plastic bottles, sorry, not water, plastic bottles, recycling shoes. Sometimes if your shoes are not very good, we can put it into the recycling bin and they recycle those shoes. Here this boy is putting a plastic bottle in here. Recycling glass, recycling clothes, recycling fruits and vegetables as well. Recycling fruits and vegetables? How, Mr. Kumar? I'm sure you must be wondering, what is this Mr. Kumar saying, recycling food? 2 ways to recycle them, 2 ways. One of the way of recycling fruits and vegetables is that you get a bin, a special bin, and people put it in that bin and they make compost. Compost means some good soil for the plants. So many people make that at home. That's recycling food. So instead of throwing the food in the bin, they use it for compost. Another way of recycling food is, and I'm sure your moms and dads are very good at it, I do a bit of cooking and I also recycle my food. It's a different type of recycle. Well, what do you mean by that? What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, for example, if at night or last 1 or 2 days I've got a few chapatis left, ask your mom, she'll tell you what she does with them. They don't throw them away. No. They cut them into pieces, put them a little bit of oil, put some yogurt and some tomatoes and salt, pepper, turmeric, everything, and they cook it, and that becomes a vegetable, sort of, not a vegetable, a sort of some food to eat. Ask your mom, she'll tell you. I bet you like it, you must have eaten sometime. Or even during Christmas time, when there's a lot of food left for Christmas dinner, next day they call it bubble squeeze. They mix it with so many things and they put it in the oven and they make some new dish which everybody likes. So no wasting. No wasting. Don't waste food. Do not throw them in the bin. Try to recycle them. So, what else? Paper. I want to tell you about recycling paper in a minute. But before that, okay, let me tell you now before I forget. You know, when I'm doing the stories, I have to make the props. Props means these pictures and things so that you can understand better. But also, when I'm doing the story, you might have been watching me look down a bit. I look at the stories. I've got the story in front of me so that I don't forget the important bits. So I print these stories. But what do I print them on? Recycled paper. For example, that's the game I printed which didn't come out well, or this one with the lines, or half printed. So I use the back bit of it to print. I use the back bit of the paper to do this story. And after I've done this, I still don't throw it away. I use it when I'm doing some gluing. I put it on the top of this paper so I don't spoil the table. So I recycle it 2 times. And then after that, I again don't throw it. I put it in the yellow bag. And it goes further for recycling. So, you know, this is how you recycle. And I recycle my paper. So I would like you also to start recycling. Okay, before that, let me tell you what activities I've got for you. Shall I tell you now? Or shall we do a silent sitting? Let's do a bit of silent sitting. I've got a lovely game for you. A lovely game. Let's sit. Let's do the silent sitting first. Two, three, 4, 5. Okay. We are ready. Are you ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Sit in a comfortable position. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now gently close your eyes. Slowly and gently. Imagine there is light in front of you. Any light, candle light perhaps. Look at the candle light. Feel the light and the heat going into your brain. Because this light of love should enter your thoughts and think, I want to be a good person. I want to be a loving person. I want to be a good person. Now take this light to your eyes. I want to look at the beautiful nature, the birds, the butterflies, the clouds, the water, I want to look at all the good things. I want to look at the happy people around me. Now take this light to your ears. I want to hear sweet music, the silent sitting, the calm music to make me calm. Now take this light to your lips. May my speech be good. May I speak what is good, what is kind, what is truthful. Let me make other people happy. Take this light to your hands. Let these hands help other people. Let these hands be used for helping people around me. Let these hands do creative work, work that pleases everybody. Now take this light to your feet. Let me go to good places. Now take it to your grandparents. Think of them. Think of their good nature. Think of making them happy. Now to your father, mother, brother or sister, the whole family. Very important people in your life are the people around you, your family. Take it to your friends, to the people on your street, country, and the whole wide world. Now think, I do not want to spoil the nature. Think, I want to save energy, save things. I want to recycle things. Recycle glass, plastics, cans, paper, shoes, clothes, whatever I can recycle. I want to think of new ways of recycling. When I recycle, I'm doing my bit, my part for the environment. See yourself recycling every week, encouraging others to recycle. That's the lesson for today. Now slowly bring this light back in front of you. We must save the trees. Now slowly and gently bring yourself back to the room. Think how nature is recycling things as well. We want to save the nature. I want to help the nature. We all must help the nature. Let's do our bit by not wasting anything. Now slowly and gently open your eyes. Ta-da! So, remember recycling. Okay, let's see what the activities are there for this week. Number 1, play the recycling game. Okay, before that, I would like to show you your favorite, and that is your favorite, the word search. Recycling word search. So you can do some recycling word search first. And I've got the words here. So when you download the word search, you have the words with it as well. And they go across, up, down, across and diagonal. Be careful. If you want, you can print it and give it to your mom and dad. No peeking. These are the answers. If you get stuck. You know what? I know you are very clever. All of you are very clever. I don't think you'll need that. But the answers are there. I thought I'll give you the answers. No peeking. Okay? So just do the word search. That's one activity. Okay? And by the way, you can see the activities when you download these things as well. Word search. Now, another activity is I want you to take a pencil and a paper and start writing all the things you recycle at home. Make a list. I want to see who is making the biggest list. Note down the things you cycle at home and then make a poster of it. So make a poster, draw all the things that you recycled. Next activity. I want you to make something from recycled things like toilet rolls, cardboard, anything you can get which you can use. So this is something creative you can do. I'm so sorry, the Good Values Club is not there because of the coronavirus. Otherwise, I know the children love making things. But don't worry, you can still do it at home. Next activity. Take a selfie or a picture of yourself taking the recycle bag and putting them outside. I want to see evidence that you are recycling. I trust you, but it'll be nice to see your photograph with the bag. If you're in the Leicestershire, then they have an orange bag. Some people in other places have those boxes, recycling boxes. Whatever. Take a picture, a selfie. Make some recycled food. For this, you need to talk to your mom and advise her and see Ask her how she recycles her food. For example, in many Asian homes they have lentils. So they mix the lentils with the flour and then they make chapatis out of lentils. That's recycling the lentils instead of throwing them away. So there must be lots of things your parents are cooking. Ask them to tell you what they are. Maybe share a recipe with me. Maybe I will learn from you. So that's another activity. So lots of activity to do. And now we come to the main one. There are two activities, but I think I'll quickly go over especially the recycling game. Now that's an A3 size recycling game, but you can download an A4 one also. So how do you play the game? Now, by the way, there will be very, very clear instructions of how to play the game. So what you need to do is you will get you can download a recycling scoring sheet. So you have to choose one of the things. Either you can have 4 players or you can have 4 teams. So you have to choose either paper or plastic or cans or glass. What thing would you like to recycle? So you choose one. So let's say I choose paper and somebody else chooses cans. So then what you do? You roll the dice. If you come to the one that you have chosen, for example, if mine was glass and I come on the glass, then you get, let me just see, what do you get? Here. I'm looking at the points. So you get some points. Here it is, that's the one. Here. It says, landing on your chosen square, 2 points. Landing on other person's square, then the other person gets 1 point. For example, if you have chosen glass and I've chosen cans. So if I land on can, I get 2 points. But if I land on glass, you get 1 point. So I can give you the point by landing on your this thing. If I land on the recycler, this one, or this child who's recycling everything, then you get you score 3 points. Because this child is recycling everything. And this recycling is everything, 3 points. But it says these ones, blue one says, wasting food, miss a go. So for that, you will have to miss a go. So you can play this game with your friend, and at the end, you can count all the points and see who is the winner. So that's what you do, playing the recycling game. So that's what you can do. And lastly, you can make a recycled bag. And for that, what you need to do is, very quickly, you can make it with a newspaper. So what you do is, first you fold one side in, and you fold the second side in. So I've just got an A3 paper. So once you have folded these two, and then you fold from the top, and you fold from the bottom. So once you have done that, you take some glue. Here, I've got a glue, and I'm going to glue these two sides. So first, I think what you can do is, you glue the sides. So here's my glue, and I'm going to put it on the sides. Okay. So I have put glue on these two flaps, So there, and I put glue on the sides. So when I join it like this, it has become a little bag. So that's my little recycled bag made from paper. I can make 2 holes here and 2 holes here and take a string and make 2 handles. And that will be my little bag. You'll be surprised how much it can hold the weight. So you can make a recycled bag. Right. So a lot of activities to do. And now let's do the song. This little guiding light of mine. And today I have got a light. Shall we start it again? Okay. So while that's my light. It's a very special light. I light it every day. Right? So this little guiding light of mine, I am going to let it shine. Okay? 1, 2, 3. This little guiding light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little guiding light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little guiding light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine all the time. Let it shine. Under the bush, oh no, I'm going to let it shine. Hide it under the bush, oh no, I'm going to let it shine. Hide it under the bush, oh no, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine all the time. Let it shine. My little light round the world, I'm going to let it shine. I'm little light round the world, I'm going to let it shine. My little light round the world, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine all the time. Let it shine. Oh, my little lighthouse, I'm going to let it shine. To blow my little light out, I'm going to let it shine. Don't you, my little lighthouse, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine all the time. Let it shine. This little guiding light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little guiding light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little guiding light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine all the time. Let it shine. So, dear children, this is one light which is outside, which I showed you. But a similar light is lighting in our hearts. And that is the light of love. That is the light of values. This little guiding light of mine, the light of values, I'm going to let it shine. And I want you to let them shine. This little guiding light of mine, say, I am going to let it shine. So till next week, goodbye.